when we started converting units, the first stuff we did was feet and inches and yards, and I said if you're going from large to small, you multiply, and small to large, you divide, but that's not always a great method, because when we get into things like kilograms to pounds, and pounds to kilograms, and kilometers to miles, it gets confusing as to which way I'm going, whether I'm multiplying or dividing. So I'm going to show you a method that will work for any conversion by letting the units tell us whether we need to multiply or divide. So here's how we're going to do this. Anytime we do a conversion, we always start by multiplying. Always, always, always multiply. In the end, it may tell us then we have to finish off by dividing, but we always start with multiplication. The units that we set will then tell us at the end whether or not at the end we have to multiply or divide. And it sounds complicated. Once you do it once or twice, maybe it'll make more sense. And I'll show you a couple examples as the best way to figure it out. So I'm going to do some familiar stuff, feet to inches and inches to feet. And we already have gone through multiply or divide, but I want to explain how we use the units to really just take over that task of whether we multiply or divide. So to do this, we start by writing down the thing we're going to convert, 18 feet. And I'm always going to multiply. So times, now before I put any numbers down, I'm going to write units. The units I'm getting rid of, I will write on the bottom, because then they will cancel. I hope you remember cancellation from your multiplication lessons long ago. And that'll leave me with inches as my units. Once I've done that, now I put in my conversion factors. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And just to help keep it straight, the number 18 is 18 over 1, because I want to multiply the tops and the bottoms. When you multiply the tops, 18 times 12, I can't do that off the top of my head, 18 times 12 is 216 on the top. On the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. Well, 216 over 1 is just 216. So 18 feet equals 216 inches. Notice I didn't have to think about divide or multiply. I wrote down the units, wrote down the conversion factors, multiplied the tops, multiplied by the bottoms, or the bottoms. Now, this other one might show the value a little better. So I'm starting with 117 inches and I want to make it into feet. I always multiply to start. Write down the units. Things I'm getting rid of are inches, I write that on the bottom. And I'm making it into feet, I write that on the top. In this way, the units cancel. And my answer will be feet. Now, for the numbers. I put my conversion factors in. 1 foot equals 12 inches. 117 is 117 over 1. Multiply the tops, 117 times 1 is 117. Multiply the bottoms, 1 times 12 is 12. Now, 117 over 12, I have to divide that. So, 117 divided by 12 is 9.75. 9.75 feet, or if you'd rather, 9 feet, 9 inches. 3/4 of a foot is 9 inches. Okay, so I didn't ponder, do I multiply, do I divide? No, always multiply. And then the units, when we put the numbers in the end, will tell us whether there's a multiplication or division. Okay, so I want to run through that quickly again. We do this one. I wrote down 117 inches, then I wanted to get rid of inches and make it into feet, so I wrote inches on the bottom, feet on the top, the inches canceled, I knew my units would be feet. Then I wrote the conversion factors. 1 foot equals 12 inches. And 117, I put it over 1 so I'd have a number on the bottom. Multiply the tops, 117 times 1. Multiply the bottoms, 1 times 12 is 12. I came up with 117 over 12. I I divide 117 by 12, got 9.75. On this one, I multiplied by the top, so I got 216. On the bottom, I got 1. 216 over 1 is just 216. Anyway, this will work for any conversion that we do in the future, whether it's kilograms to pounds, kilometers to miles, miles to kilometers, anything. Any 2 units that we're converting, this will work. Even if we're doing multiples, as we'll see in a different video, miles per hour to kilometers per second, where we had to switch both the miles and the hours into kilometers and seconds, it will still work the same way. So hopefully you'll buy into this. It'll make all of your conversions much easier.